Loading snacks.
What's going on, everybody? Guess what time it is? Your admins are back for another installation of the Loading Snacks Anime Chat Podcast, episode 4. How are you all doing out there and in here with us?
4 weeks straight.
Yeah.
Haven't missed a week.
It's,
Call us Rocky.
it feels good. It feels good. The usual suspects are here. Me, yes, I am here. We got Noah with us, and we have our plushie queen / thigh warden. Gabby is in the building with us with brand new plushies that she just acquired. So, how's y'all been? How was y'all weekends? Let's just get into it. How about yours, Noah? How was yours?
Mine was good. Sorry, somebody just texted me. Mine was good. What I do this weekend? I don't think I did much this weekend. Oh, I ended up seeing the My Hero movie.
Okay.
Other than that, I relaxed this weekend. Actually, I played a lot of Spark and Zero this weekend. I didn't have any responsibilities, so I played a lot of Spark and Zero and chilled this weekend.
I feel you. I was pretty much in the same bag. Didn't have much to do. I put everything aside, got it done early so I could just watch season 7 of My Hero all weekend. So that's what I did to complete that, catch up with that. And I did a little bit of gaming for Extra Life just to kind of get ready for when that day comes, so I don't have to do too much or remember how to play certain games, stuff like that. So what about you, Gabby?
I pretty much didn't do a lot either. A lot of relaxing. I went to dinner on Friday with some friends, but I spent all of Saturday playing Pokemon because they had an event out where you could get a shiny Meloetta if you completed your Paldea, Blueberry, and Kitakami Pokedexes in Pokemon Home. So I stayed up until 1:30 in the morning with my friend helping me do that, and I finally got it. So that was all day Saturday.
Awesome.
And then Sunday was catching up on the seasonals, which I've fully caught up on the ones that I've been watching and added a few other ones to the roster.
Good. I know we'll get to that. I didn't get to watch too much like I wanted to because I was so locked into My Hero all weekend. Because I knew Noah brought up something last week he wanted to discuss, but I haven't caught up yet. So I wanted to make sure that I did that this week. So
what I want to discuss?
Yeah, we can get into that, down the line. But let's just, start with the headlines. What do we need to know, Noah?
Okay. All things news. First thing, Berserk returns with 2 new chapters soon. It's been on hiatus for a while.
Yeah.
In the manga world.
That's awesome.
I haven't read Berserk yet. I also haven't watched Berserk yet because I plan on reading it first.
I don't think I will ever read or watch Berserk, so I will just osmosis it from.
Why not? Any particular reason why?
Not interested in all the rapey scenes that happen in there.
Got it.
I'm definitely gonna read Berserk. I'm gonna read it twice for you, and I'm gonna see what I'm gonna see what he was cooking. But yeah. So they're returning. It says that they'll be returning on Friday, October 25th, with chapter 378. And on November 8th with chapter 377 on November 8th with chapter 378. So I'll be ongoing, continuing, which is interesting because it's all obviously the original writer is dead. So when I catch up, I'll be interested to see if they can keep, keep what he did, because that's it's rated everywhere as like the best manga ever. Like, so
I wonder if there will be a
what happens
of when he ended and when the new writer picked up.
I think so, definitely, because like when I was reading Naruto and Boruto, there's a complete, you can tell instantly, like, and then Kishimoto comes back, and then you can tell like instantly, like, it comes back. So
that's good.
Yeah. So what's it called? Next we got Steins Gate has teases a continuation.
I've saw the teaser, so
continuation. But it doesn't mean anything yet. But they have a PV that says will continue. So the anime doesn't. I think the manga is finished, but the anime doesn't fully cover the manga. So
no, it doesn't.
Yeah, so I don't know if their plan is to continue from there or something new. I don't know.
Okay, interested in that.
Not a big enough Steins Gate fan to know based on that teaser. But yeah, a video on Twitter dropped. It was a PV. Had a little thing at the end that said we will continue. So be on the lookout. Next, Tomb Raider aired. Tomb Raider dropped the Tomb Raider anime. I actually didn't look what I was going to do. Hold on, let me check real quick. I didn't see what studio does this.
How many episodes is it? Did it say?
8.
8. Okay.
8 episodes of Tomb Raider dropped on Netflix, and I don't think this is an anime.
I don't think it is either.
American made because it's not even on my anime list. So
Oh.
that being said, forget about that.
Yep. On to the next one.
Forget about that. But I'll probably still check it out because I love Tomb Raider games. So I'll see what
Same here. Yeah.
Same category. Oshinoko ends. That's more manga stuff on November 14th.
Already.
I don't know how they're finishing up. I thought it was gonna go for like another 100 chapters. I didn't see it like going on forever, but I saw it.
They were
like,
at least gonna go for another year.
I thought I saw it within like a good. I saw that the ending was in sight. I didn't know it was this close though. I'm like 10 chapters behind.
Okay.
I've been meaning to catch up this week. So November 14th that ends.
Wow. Okay.
Lo could be up on some of these stories with us, discussing them and all that good stuff, but somebody's just afraid to read. So we're gonna move on from that.
Nice shot. Go ahead.
I'm gonna keep giving shots until you start reading. Until one day he says,
you said,
"You know what? All right."
No, you said no. I am. I need to find a site to just go in and.
You know, I got all of those for you, but also,
and you also said you had a manga you wanted me to read, but you couldn't remember the time. You told me at Otakon this year, but you can remember what it was because we were going to buy like the first book while we were there, but you can remember what it was.
That, but I'll have to think about what it was.
Yeah.
But it's just like some certain manga, like for example, One Piece and Kingdom, they have a lot of content. So like reading them is a little bit of an effort, but like reading, I mean, not One Piece because you're so close to where it is, but like something like Chainsaw Man, for example, each chapter takes like 3 seconds to read. Kaiju number 8, stuff like that it could be like, and I be seeing a couple of these guys where they're up, you know what I mean? They talking about the new chapter, and it's really like Sunday cartoons because it's like every week comes out. 2 minutes, boom, action scene, done. You know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like, yeah. So I feel like a couple of those, you know what I mean? The Sunday funnies or whatever they used to call them on the back of the cereal box where it's like Calvin and Hobbes or something. It was a quick read. So I feel like a couple of anyways. Moving forward.
Apparently that's something that might be happening in the near future. Gabby, you have something to say? Speak up so the class can hear you.
I have nothing to currently continue.
Gabby, you know, once you open the manga doors, it's a floodgate.
Oh, I know.
Once people get into it, and like I'm telling you,
it's done. They'll start reading. They'll be the ones that have the app downloaded with the tracker and all that. No, they're done. They're done. Ask any of my friends on Discord. My friends, Nano and Magic, they have just like.
I have to fight myself from just reading stuff that's already good now because I'm like, now I have a decision of like, this is the stuff I only watch, like Black Clover. I really love the Black Clover anime, so I've never read it. Unfortunately, their stupid community spoiled it for me. But same with JJK. I also just don't feel like there's much more to the story that I'm missing. So it's like, I'm not really, you know what I mean?
There's not much more to the JJK manga.
Yeah, I mean, I've been spoiled so much. I know. I know the whole story now.
That too. The JJK community spoils a lot.
Yeah, they're the worst. So, but there's other stuff that I just think would be fun to like, you know what I mean? Keep up with each other and stuff like that in general. But anyways, we got some cancellations of some American turned Japanese media or attempted. We got the Alien versus Predator anime was canceled thanks to Disney. Disney doing their thing. I didn't
know that was a thing, but I'm not surprised.
That was the
Can I say that? Does Disney own YouTube? Don't cancel.
Not yet.
No,
not
Google
yet. I
owns
think
YouTube.
Amazon might own YouTube next before anything else.
I think it's Google.
Yeah.
But so that was canceled. Apparently it's completely done, animated, finished, and ready to go.
So what's the reason?
And Disney is holding it back because they're working on other Alien versus Predator projects is the only information we have. So because they're working on other titles, we don't get this one, which I'm like, why not just give us a whole bunch of them?
Yeah.
But if you're working on other projects, shouldn't you release something you have completed and say like, here's this new Alien vs Predator thing, but we also have this in the works too? Like, wouldn't that build up hype and excitement for? I mean, Alien Predator is always pretty popular, but like, wouldn't that build up excitement for it again?
I would think so.
I would think so, but maybe it's because it's an anime, maybe that's why they want to roll it out first. They want to put together a live action TV show or a movie, maybe a comic or something.
I
something
feel like
else
that's
more
coming from an animation company.
Yeah. I mean, I forget that the company that is going to produce this anime is also owned by Disney, if it was going to be Fox or something else, and they're owned by Disney, and I can't remember what it is, but I looked into it, and I just think also it's possible that they may be trying to market Alien versus Predator, and whoever's in charge of that marketing is like, we don't want to go this direction, which I personally disagree with. But seeing it from their side, they're the billion-dollar company. I guess honestly, they know what they're doing.
Who knows? They could have focus tested this thing when it was done, and maybe it didn't hit like they wanted to. So maybe they put it on the back burner for right now to go back and touch up, fix stuff. I mean, who knows? So I wouldn't do speculate.
That's true. So that one's canceled. It's unfortunate because I'm a big Alien versus Predator fan. And I was arguing with my buddy Jake, and he's like, I hate that they're doing this, or that. And I was like, this is my philosophy on them doing like American-made anime stuff. They're going to do it either way. Like BlackRock invested billions into anime. We have anime American stuff coming. So at least if they're doing my favorite stuff and it happens to be good, I'm okay with that. You know what I mean?
We just ask for it to be good. Yeah, if they're
going
to do it anyway. For it,
but if it turns out to be good, you know what I mean?
Like Tomb Raider.
Okay with it. Like Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Like Tomb Raider.
But Terminator was really good. And that's what I wasn't asking for, but I'm a big Terminator fan.
Anime?
Yeah. Yes. It just released maybe 2 months or so ago. It just released. Yeah. And I've heard good things about it.
It was directed by the person who did Bleach, all of Bleach, like 1,000 Year Blood War and the old Bleach. It's done by A1. I think it's done by not A1 Pictures, Production IG, the company that does Kaiju number 8 and other great stuff.
Okay.
So it looks amazing, and I've always loved Terminator. So when I saw it was one of the first like adult movies my dad let me watch with him, so it was just, you know what I mean. When I was a kid, Terminator was him, and that one was great. Check it out, Netflix, 8 episodes.
Yep.
Also canceled is the Deadpool Samurai manga. Was canceled because of possible copyright issues. This was something that was coming. It wasn't incredibly anticipated, but it was coming.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of crossover stuff. I personally don't like it.
Copyright issues on what side?
Do
we know?
On probably the manga side, because they're the smaller. They'd be the smaller side.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
I can see the potential in it, but I'm not mad that it's not happening.
Well, you don't read, so you don't care. Wait, I think there's a cover art too, so look out for that.
Okay.
For it. Yeah, there is. There's a couple cover art for it that was anticipation. What we have. So yeah, that's canceled. Those are things that are canceled. 2 American-made attempted anime things. Not everything's gonna work. Did y'all watch the Suicide Squad anime?
Most of it. I think I got like 3 or so episodes left.
I have not watched it.
I don't think it was particularly good, but it was fun. I thought the best thing about it was Harley's character, and then the fight scenes were dope. Yeah. What else do you look for in a 12-episode isekai? You know?
Yeah, especially with Suicide Squad, you're looking for Harley. So
right. Yeah. I'm like, people was like, I'm like, were you expecting JJK? That's the problem with some of these anime fans. Yeah, I did too. It had some good fight scenes. Some of these anime fans be looking for Target products in Walmart, man. I'm like, why are you expect it to be? It was a good 7 out of 10. I hope they do another season for Harley. Next we have trailer for Watanabe's new project. Y'all know
Lazarus
joint. Yes.
Yeah.
It looks amazing.
I'm so looking forward to that.
Really good.
Yeah.
I think it's MAPPA and Adult Swim.
Yeah.
So that's a crazy
combination.
Right with Watanabe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That just shows how far like Adult Swim has come, like to do a collaboration like that. All 3 of those coming together, that's intense. As long as it delivers. As long as it delivers.
Yeah.
We've seen some like action shorts from it, and it looks incredible. like the movement, everything like that. It looks like Chainsaw Man, JJK level. So it looks like they might have put some work into it. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I can't imagine too long. Most of his projects are pretty short.
Yeah.
The writer of Hajime no Ippo, Georgie, is how you say his name, but I think the English spell like the way they spell his name in English is literally George. But I think you pronounce like Georgie. Morikawa opens his own boxing gym in Tokyo. As everyone knows, he's a huge boxing fan.
That's cool.
And apparently he attends it once a month.
Oh, that's dope.
That's cute.
That's dope.
So he has opened his own gym called JB Sports.
Okay.
No.
Now that you guys have been running, can we get back to animating some more of this show?
Bro, that man is worried about writing. You know that Joan has like 500 more chapters than One Piece? That man is worried about writing. And apparently it looks like it's... I haven't read. Yes, I think it has. Let me double check.
I didn't know any manga had more chapters than One Piece.
Oh, yes.
Besides Detective Conan? Was it Doro Doro, something like that? I'm trying to think of his name. Like, it's a couple
There's
of them.
There's like 3 or 4.
Yeah, it's a couple of them.
I don't track anything like Detective Conan. That is not my style.
Yeah, over 1,400 chapters. So it's and apparently it looks like it's nowhere near being done. So
I didn't think that anime manga had an actual plot to it. I thought it was just a running comedy.
Didn't you watch with us on the Olympics?
No,
Hajime.
Yeah, Hajime no Ippo. Yeah, Hajime no Ippo.
Yeah, Hajime no Ippo is fine.
Yes, I love Hajime.
Conan.
The manga is really good. I haven't like buckled down and read it yet, but one day.
No, I like Ippo. Ippo's good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ippo's really good.
We got one announcement here that I kind of forgot that was 2 weeks old that we could pass over quickly, but one of the narrators of Dragon Ball Z passed away, Doc Harris. Rest in peace.
Yes, absolutely.
As well as the voice actress for Doraemon. She passed away too. Nobuo Oyama. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
We had some unfortunate news in the manga community. I literally have a Doraemon keychain.
Oh.
And I think I've only seen a couple episodes of it, but she has a huge influence on the community. You know, so many legends pass and the anime community's moving on.
It sucks.
But in some happier news, Hell's Paradise season 2 is ready for airing completely.
Yes. Thank you. I was just thinking about that over the weekend. Like, when are we getting
you seen Hell's Paradise
season
Gabby?
2?
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Brad and I watched it. It was amazing. We like zipped through it.
My man Gabby Maru is a beast.
Yes.
I love him.
Looking forward to the return of that one.
Yeah.
It just popped up on my Crunchyroll again as I was watching things this weekend, and I'm like, I need more review.
And then the ninja girl is Emilia's voice actress too.
Yes, I remember you telling me that.
She's the GOAT. And then Arcane season 2. Have y'all seen Arcane season 2?
Love it. What's name was one of my favorite characters. The crazy girl.
I finished season 1, but I need to watch it.
I haven't seen any of it. Is this the Dota one or the League one?
League.
This is the League one, right?
Yeah.
The Dota one's called Dota, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I think that one is that one Vox Machina. That's the Dota one. I couldn't.
I'm pretty sure the Dota one is called Dota because I
thought it was called Dota too.
Yeah, it's called Dota something, and it's on that. But it's really good. I've seen it. I actually want to rewatch it.
I think my favorite character is Jinx. I think I love her.
In Arcane. In Arcane.
Yeah, that's my favorite character, Jinx in Arcane. Yeah.
Okay.
The crazy, absolutely batshit girl. Yeah.
I love her design.
She smoked it. Yeah, she smoked season 1.
So Arcane season 2, Act 1 is dropping November 9th. Act 2 is dropping November 16th, and Act 3 is dropping November 23rd. I don't know how many episodes are going to be in these acts,
but I'm happy they're not spreading out too far.
That was my next question.
I think that for some of this stuff, Netflix like oftentimes can ruin hype, and they can create great hype. Like you have stuff like the Jeffrey Dahmer show that was hyped, or Squid Games that was hyped all year, but those are rare occurrences. An example is like JoJo Stone Ocean is arguably one of the better arcs in the series, and it was completely, you know what I mean? People just don't talk about JoJo's anymore because their newest season just got fully released at once. It didn't have any long running hype, and that's kind of important for anime. And I think that maybe the studios that are releasing this is like, yo, we don't want to just drop it at once. Maybe drop a little bit, you know what I mean, to keep the hype built up.
Yeah,
I don't mind that.
3 at a time.
You said it 3 at a time?
Say again,
3
Gabby.
at a time would be okay. But you got to be careful with that kind of stuff because not just anime, it's when with any series. You have to build the hype. You can drop things all at once, but I don't think that's the best, like you were saying. But even if you're dropping it in parts, you have to be careful that one part doesn't override another. It's either do it into 3 chunks, I like that, or one at a time. You can't just drop half and half unless it's something spectacular. A non-anime example recently is Bridgerton. I'm a big Bridgerton fan. I know Marissa is. A lot of people are. The first half, amazing, hyped. All the way to the second half dropped. Crickets. It was terrible.
Right.
Absolute terrible. It went from the highest praise to the lowest criticism instantly. And it's so funny that there were so many memes about it. It's like, yeah, second part was good, wasn't it, guys? It's like, no. You really messed up. They had it at a peak and then it just kind of shit.
Right.
I don't mind them split it up like this. I kind of
chunks.
like it. That the fact that they're all coming out in November and they're not making you wait too long to get the resolution of it. Like you're not waiting 6 months for the next part, later down the line. So
yeah,
I'm interested to see how this plays out, but I don't mind it being separate, but it all still dropping like 2 weeks after whatever the last 3 episodes were. So
right.
Yeah.
I wonder maybe oh yeah, this one isn't on my anime list either. I guess this one is made in an American studio. Maybe they're animating it currently, but they don't usually do that stuff. That's a Japanese style of animation from what I understand. Usually they fully have productions ready to go when they drop productions over here.
The look of Arcane is stunning. Yeah, it looks incredible. Yeah. They smoked that from first episode to last episode.
Yeah. So I can't really say why they're dropping it that way, but y'all look out for Arcane.
Oh,
and then
day of watching.
Okay. I'll check out season 1. Tell you how I feel.
Okay.
I'll check out season 1. And then last thing is we have some video game news. Eden Zero action RPG is coming 2025.
Ooh. Okay.
That sounds fun. So I'll probably play it. I love Eden Zero.
I need to finish Eden's. Well, not finish.
I need to start it. So
it's really good.
It's better than Fairy Tail.
I'll make the judgment.
Better than Fairy Tail.
Watch it. I'll make that decision when I sit and watch it. Right now, it's just a copy and paste.
I said a real tear. I said a real nigga tear. Watching Eden Zero. The only thing I shed watching Fairy Tail is brain cells.
Sorry.
Eden Zero is just a copy of Fairy Tail.
Fairy Tail's just a copy of Rave Master, for God's sake.
Look, we don't need to go there. We don't need to go back that far. Okay, you could have just let us stand.
It's fine. It's fine. You know what I mean? But it's got a strong story and it's emotional, and the dynamic between the girl and the main character, I already forget their names. Lucy. But it's strong.
Yeah. Lucy and that's
good. Fairy Tail.
She's in both. The blonde-haired girl, right?
But they're all in both, pretty much.
Not all of them. No, the MC's not. The MC's new. You got Lucy who's in there. You got the little blue thing that's in there.
The cat, yes.
The blue guy.
Happy's
Happy, yes.
The girl's name isn't Lucy.
Yeah, it's something else in Fairy Tail.
Yeah, and the main character is Natsu with black hair.
Yeah, it's like Fate. They're the same character, but they're different. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But anyways, check that out. And then last is Sparking Zero becomes the most played fighter ever with 90,000 concurrent players, and that was only pre-sale.
That's ridiculous.
Did
Pre-sale.
this game
But
just
shout out to
come
them.
out?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
last week.
Okay.
And
Oh, wow.
pre-sale dropped
Brand
a week before that. Yeah. And
new.
on pre-sale, I've been on Twitch since it was Justin TV. OG Twitch users know what that is.
Mhm.
There has never been an anime game as the #1 viewed game on Twitch ever. Reason being, we don't have good anime games. There's none. You know what I mean? You got none. There's none. Okay. Like if you're talking about object like good games, there's none. There's fun ones, but there's no good ones. Besides, like I guess Budokai Tenkaichi, but that's before the Twitch days, or Naruto Ninja Storm, but it wasn't popular enough. This one had 250,000 views just by itself. That was pre-sale. And I was just saying, that's when I put it in the group chat, and I was like, "Yo, this is crazy." And then Benny was like, "Jump Force probably had that hype." I was like, "No way." I
No,
looked it up.
no.
Jump
No.
Force peaked at what's it called? Jump Force peaked at 60K. I think like 64K viewers. This one had like 278, almost 300K. It was crazy.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm not
okay then.
surprised, but well deserved. Congratulations.
Pre-sale.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that is amazing.
That's impressive for a
Everybody
pre-sale.
showed out for Akira. And
Mhm.
after launch, they sold 3 million copies the first day, first 24 hours.
Still got to get mine.
You still haven't got it?
No.
So Bandai's eating.
Oh,
I
they're
don't know
eating
what
very
else
well.
to
Yeah.
say.
Yes,
Now
they
make
are.
a good game, goddag. Besides this one, make a good game.
Not
Give
hope
us a
for a
One Piece
miracle now.
RPG, please.
Please, jeez,
Let me make my own custom pirate crew.
come on now.
Yes.
You know
We
what
can
I'm
write.
saying?
We can write this easy. Like the
Bro,
blueprint is
I've
right
been
there.
had the idea. I've
Yeah.
been had the idea.
I know we
Look,
all had. Like
I've been
it's
had the
so
idea.
easy.
You're the main character. You get the either the crazy devil fruit or the top level hockey, but you can only pick one, and then you build your pirate crew. Naruto, you're the main character. You get the Keke Genkai, you get the Taijutsu, but you can only pick one. You go from there. You know what I'm saying? Give us the RPGs, Bandai.
Oh, we could do it. Oh, we
They
can
don't
make that
want to.
easy.
We could do it.
Yeah.
We could do it.
Oh man. But okay.
That's all the
Thank
news.
you. Thank you for that,
We had a lot
Noah.
of news this week.
We did. We
No
did.
problem.
And some good stuff to know about and to go do a little bit more research ourselves with. But let's hit up Thriller Park and recap what we watched this past week with episodes 7, 8, and 9. I'll go ahead and go first. I'm more intrigued than I have been, mainly because where I was
They escaped.
expecting, pretty much, like
Justice.
I didn't expect for it to happen through these 3 episodes, where half of them get away, then the rest of them just, we're just gonna ride this thing out in jail. Like, really? That's just the camaraderie. That's where we're going with this. So I expected for the first half to end with them getting out of the situation with what's that, Ishikawa, whatever his name is, the terrible guard. I thought that was kind of what it was leading up to, since it is like a whole 24 episode season. But the fact that half of them have escaped now, and there's been some time since it happened, has really thrown me off to where we're going next. But I'm looking forward to seeing, is everything over with them at the prison? Are they going to somehow end up getting forced back, like finally getting caught and found out?
It's gonna be Prison Break season 2. They're gonna be back in the prison.
Part 2.
Are they going to come out and try to break them out now? Like it's there's options on the table. So
a couple of them stayed and kept getting waterboarded.
Yeah, because they had
man was doing them dirty.
Information. Yeah, it's they're terrible in that prison. But yeah, with the way they left it kind of last week, I'm thrown off. But I'm anticipating this week to see where they're taking us next, with everybody being separate now. Some still in prison and some out in the world now, recuperating and figuring things out. So what about y'all?
Yes. It's definitely better than what I was saying last week with, I want to see where the plot's going. I want to see where the show is going. We're finally getting that, especially with the introduction of that was it red-haired woman? I think it was like reddish auburn hair. That red-haired woman that told them to come to the boxing tournament.
Yes.
Yes, it was boxing. So now we have this plot line for those that are outside trying to gain money and train up and follow his dream. So that'll take us on that side. And I want to see how that not relates back to the prison, but how they're going to balance that, because we still need to do something with the guys in the prison. I mean, they're there and currently they're safe for now because the doctor's lying low and Ishikawa is not working there anymore at a different facility. I don't know.
He got relieved of his duties.
Yeah. So we're in the safe zone now. So are we going to introduce more prisoners from another sector as the new antagonists inside the prison? That's, I think, I would think be the most conclusive.
Are we in the safe zone though?
We're in the safe zone from the threats that we were given.
You don't think they're going to go back to the prison?
Well, I think they're going to go back to the prison, but I think if they go back to the prison, they're not going to go and bring back the same antagonists again. I think we've pretty much wrapped up their stories. Mm-hmm. They could come back in the future, but I think the next step, from what I see, is to bring in some new villain, some new antagonist for the prison to go into. Because I think we spent too much time on them. We came to a climactic conclusion for the disgusting doctor. And we got Bro out of prison, which was the whole Ishikawa thing.
Right.
Got Bro out of prison.
Got Bro out of prison. And he's with his new boo.
Yes. Shout out to her for coming through like that.
Yeah. I love her. My God, she is a hero.
Yeah.
But that's where I think we are, and I'm really enjoying it and excited to see the next steps of how they're going to play in and out of prison gangs.
Okay. What about you, Noah?
I'll be damned if I...
Why could have started off like that?
First of all, you telling me I gotta listen? It's interesting, but I'm not doing none of this shit. You gotta do your time, sir. Nobody's touching my butt. Okay, nobody's giving me more time. So I don't know. I'm watching this whole thing like, man, y'all just met. Y'all just met, bro. Like,
I don't even know you for a year yet. I know you for a couple months.
Hell no. I'm sitting here like he's helping him out, and then he stops the guard and he's like, y'all go on. And me take 10 more years? No, bro. You come stop this guy with your frail ass and let me get out first, and then we'll drag you out or something. I don't know. That's craziness to me. But I think that now they got 2 friends left in the jail. So they gotta go back, right? They got to go back.
Is it 2? I thought they had 3. And then...
Is it?
Because they had 3 left there. They had Glasses, Big Guy, and then Daichi. I'm calling it Daichi because it looks like Daichi.
Okay, 3 people
and
back.
And then the one kid went back.
I thought...
Joe went back. So there's 2 out and 4 in.
I can't remember. I just remember 2 staying.
So
I thought, oh yeah, I guess 3 of them did stay. And 3 of them made it out, right?
Yeah. 4, including Bro, made it out. Mm-hmm. And then 3 stayed. And then Joe went back in because he had the blackmail.
Yeah.
And that's why those ones, they got settled. Because they wanted to save them because they were getting waterboarded.
Yep.
So we had 4 in still.
That man was a demon. He was literally gonna just pour cold water on them on a cement floor until they died. Yeah, it was crazy level torture.
Yeah, Turnip is still in there. I think one of the Glasses, he's still in there.
Uncharted?
Yeah, Uncovered or something like that.
Uncovered.
Unlimited? That. I was thinking it was Unlimited.
No, it's like Uncovered.
I know the Big Guy stayed in there.
Yeah, that's Turnip, I think. Cabbage. I knew it was a vegetable. Yeah.
Cabbage.
We're really bad with their names.
And they gave us nicknames to make it easy, and still
and we can't remember the nickname.
Except for Bro.
The one thing that does make sense.
Struggled with Bro even.
is that I guess they just made the plan all together. So them
Hmm.
like helping each other get now and sacrificing each other there, that part makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But all the rest, I'm like, man, you're gonna have to be my brother.
Yeah,
You did the
That was
crime,
tough.
you do the time.
we got to be in here a lot longer
I'm
for
getting out
this.
of this freaky jail.
The
I just
second,
came from a freaky orphanage, and now I gotta come to this freaky jail.
yeah,
I need to get
first,
out this
first the
hole.
old lady was wearing me out. Now I got this old perverted doctor in here doing the same thing. Nah, I got to go.
Mhm.
Nah,
No,
I
first
done
chance I
seen
get.
things I should have never seen. It's time to go.
And like, the way he came in there and just manipulate them, I was like, oh,
Fuck.
old man has got it bad because he has just got him wrapped around his finger.
I don't even want to remember it.
I was terrified. I don't want to remember anything. And you brought up the old lady, and I hate it.
Yeah, that was awful.
It was,
But
but it was hilarious.
now, yeah, now Gabby's right. We got to see a new antagonist
Agreed,
or
100%.
some type of stress. But maybe the antagonist is them going back into jail. I don't know.
That's true.
Well,
I have a strong feeling they could go to save their friends and all get locked up again. So
I see more so that line kind of happening. They try
it shall
somehow to
be.
get them out and them screwing themselves over and get found out and put back in.
Yeah.
That could also be a good case.
That's kind of what I'm seeing. But
Mhm.
we'll find out this Thursday at 9 o'clock. With the
Only one of them
episodes.
died so far, and he killed himself. So that's like a
Or the guard?
no. Didn't the kid? Didn't one of them kill himself? He left a note and
No.
then killed himself.
No.
None of the main people. No.
One of
I thought
Bro's
one of the
old
kids killed
friends killed
himself.
himself. Yeah,
Huh?
one of Bro's the cellmate, the one that Joe had the blackmail on because he was
Yeah, the one
giving.
who was getting abused by the dude, right?
Yeah, but he wasn't
Yeah,
one.
but
He
that was
wasn't one of the main people that they brought in when we started
he's
off.
not. Yeah, he's not part of
Oh,
this
okay.
group. He was
Yeah,
like in a flashback a while ago. One of Bro's old friends.
yeah.
Okay.
So this week, episodes 10 through 12. Let's figure out if we can get a new antagonist and if the guys still stay out of jail or they're going to get wrapped back up with everybody else again. So we'll find out
Mhm.
together. But with that being said, Gabby, what is
Yes.
our topic of the week?
Topic of the week is biggest anime letdowns. Is
Oh
there an
shit.
anime that you were so excited for, so hyped, and then something happened that it
Where do I
just
start?
I know all of us have a lot, but I'm gonna bring up one that
Go
I'm
ahead.
pretty
Go
sure
for
you
it.
both know I'm gonna bring up because I brought up a million times. Promise Neverland
Neverland.
season 2. I loved that. Season 1 was perfect. The first 2 episodes were great. You get to the warehouse, the motherfucking tin of cookies is moldy, and my heart breaks.
I remember you were so pissed about that, but
And
since,
you
yes, once
100
again, I don't
chapters.
read the manga, I didn't get why. But
Yeah, I read.
it,
I was so upset.
that's when I should read. Ha ha ha.
I was so
I've
upset.
been
That's why I
telling
read
you
it because
this.
Since the anime is screwed it up so bad,
Yes.
I could
that's
just
why I
read.
got into Kingdom because I heard the anime was better.
Ah,
That's
okay.
literally the reason why. But now, yeah,
Okay.
that's a good one. I was so upset with the way that Promise Neverland was that I was delusional. I was watching it and I was like, "There's no way. What are people talking about?" I'm like, "This isn't as good as season 1, but we're gonna keep trucking, keep going." Get to the end of it. Oh my goodness! I
That
was like,
Terrible.
was a
"Okay, so we didn't
travesty.
find out much." But you know what I mean? I guess we just keep moving. I guess people are just upset it wasn't as good as season 1. The final episode. You get
No,
halfway
you
through
just
the episode.
flashbacks. I hated that ending.
Montage, not
That was,
flashback,
yeah,
Montage.
yeah,
Yes, yes,
still
montage.
montage, like stills,
yeah.
montage. Come back, the kids are teenagers. So I'm just sitting here with no context to the series. Like, what was the whole?
It's
What
not even the
happened?
right ending. They
Like,
pulled in something they had no context for, and the
right?
one character that's supposed to be this grand big thing, they flash him on screen for a second. He's not mentioned at all. He was mentioned throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I
And
will forever be
that
mad about this.
Season 1 was just so good. It was some of the best 12 episodes of anime I've ever seen. The soundtrack, oh my goodness.
I can't think of an anime that did that, where their season 1 was absolutely knocked it out of the park, phenomenal. Like, and then to drop the ball so heavy on the second season to where you like just ruin the show's credibility as a whole. Like,
I can. It's called Shield Hero. One of the highest selling, highest producing isekai out there.
Not as bad as Promised Neverland, but you're right. Yeah, first season started strong.
Not as bad, just because Promised Neverland's a meme, but it literally was like up there. It's
gone downhill
and Jobless.
Yeah, it's gone downhill every season. Yeah. Damn, you are right. Yeah, we don't even care any better.
Nobody. No. That was one of the Raftalia was one of the major girls. She was up there with like Rim and you know what I mean, Megamine, all of them. Now nobody's talking about that series no more.
My stuff comes from more so stuff never being finished that I kind of like grew and was watching. Like Bleach, I would have brought up Bleach. I would have brought up Kenshin. You know, stuff like that that I really wanted to see. Ramna, I would have brought that up, but luckily now we're getting it back. It's gonna be a full run, no fillers, you know, all that type of stuff. So I'm happy. Air Gear is one of those for me. I really want to see Air Gear come back. I was mad the way they left it, and it's been stuck sitting there like that. I don't know how long now, for at least a couple decades. Same thing with Dead Man Wonderland. Like, I hate when we get shows that just they don't finish them. But I know it's an anime thing. It's just something that we have to live with as far as fans of anime, where you get one season of something, no matter how much you love it or whatever, it just ends up sitting on the shelf, and who knows if we'll ever get to revisit that again. The only thing that does kind of make you smile, like, for instance, with Kenshin and all that kind of stuff, it's all animation. So they can pick back up from where it left off if they decide to revisit it. And you don't have to worry about people aging out of their characters and nothing like that. So you can kind of, I don't know if you do want to
revive it. The best example because he killed the main antagonist in the anime. Still in the original anime. That's the thing I loved about Kenshin was the Shishio fight. So it's like he still finished that. It's just they didn't finish. They didn't finish
it. That was my thing. Yeah, they didn't finish it. They just hit us with a bunch of fillers afterwards.
It'd be like if Naruto never fought Madara. You know what I'm saying? It's like even though a lot of people didn't like that part, we're like, at least he fought the nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I had no problem with Shishio. I had no problem with that. The battle. It's what was coming afterwards that I was mostly anticipating that whole time and not getting it. So I knew what the last arc was about. So now I'm just sitting here with blue balls waiting for y'all to finally reanimate it.
It's just like, you know what I mean? It's a couple of fights and then marriage and death.
Yeah, but it's homeboy.
Spoiler alert, that anime is too old, so.
But what's her name comes back that I've always been looking forward to. Her brother comes back for revenge after all these years, and that's what I was looking forward to seeing. Yeah. So now I get to see it, but I've waited years literally to see this happen. So after we're done with this one, when the next season finally comes out, I finally get to see that animated and see what it looks like. So
you know what you could have done all these years?
Let me guess. Read it? Is that what you're gonna say?
Read it. Whoa!
But I watched it animated. I want to finish it animated. Same reason why I said I have not watched the live action. I'm gonna finish it animated first. Then I will do everything else. That's just me being stubborn.
Bro, we're gonna be dead before that timeline works.
It's not wrong. We might be dead.
All right, wait. Is it my turn?
Yeah,
I mean, we just kind of just free talking, but go ahead. Yeah, go.
Okay. Let's think. Wait, what was the question again? Anime that started out good and dropped the ball, or just dropped? We got a
anime
couple
letdowns.
Recently.
Anime letdowns.
Uzumaki animation was a letdown, but I've kind of just enjoyed the storyline, but the animation has been pretty bad. Apparently it was supposed to be really good, but that's another thing where I hate anime fans for this. Everyone's on Twitter, it's so bad, the anime so who was out there waiting for Uzumaki? Nobody was out. I can't wait for Uzumaki for the last 4 years. So what you complain? People just be complaining. I see him on Twitter. I wish Uzumaki was better. It doesn't have no good at it. You was waiting for Uzumaki. You was sitting there watching JJK saying, I can't wait till Uzumaki next season. No, they didn't. They didn't even announce the shit. Except for like super horror fans who love Junji Ito. That's the only people. And I get them being upset, but that's not who I'm seeing. I'm seeing Dan Machi and One Piece fans. The animation is bad. Huh? What was you waiting for?
Anyways. Sorry, that's not something you watch for the animation.
I mean, but we were hoping it was in production for 5 years. That's what they said.
Yeah.
So we were
No. Oh
hoping it was
yeah.
going to
No.
be
It so
good when
it
we
should have
heard
been
about
better
it.
for the quality.
Yeah, but also my thing is, was it their top project, or was it just something that they were working on for 5 years? We don't
Most
know.
likely not.
I mean, apparently not. But that's one. You got Elusive Samurai. I had some people who said it was an artistic masterpiece, and I need you to take your
What?
eyeballs out
Like,
of your head.
yeah, like
Watch it, put
episode
them back
5 or
in.
whatever that was. Y'all better
Episode 8.
relax. That's what it was. 8.
I
8.
I watched
Okay.
Show some
some of
clips.
that now, and I dropped it. And you guys did too. I was not.
No, it wasn't. Like
It
some
was
people
not.
said, "Oh, that's how the manga was done." I'm like, "That's cool, but still, it's ugly." Like it's cool if they kept it, but there was a lot of CG and 3D,
Yeah.
and there was a lot of scenes that look good, but there was one
Especially early
scene where
on.
the white-haired character, I was waiting to see him fight for like 3 episodes. He finally fights, and all he does is block as little streaks of light hit his sword. It was like artistic masterpiece. They didn't even want to show a sword
Yeah,
swing.
no. Y'all can't give us what y'all get in them first 2 episodes, then half-ass it like that the rest of the time. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
They reeled us in.
I agree.
yeah,
That was
absolutely.
A1 Pictures. I think they got gassed out after Windbreakers because that was, Windbreakers was last season. That was this season or
Hmm.
yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I think they
Also,
got gassed out.
Tariko is one I would love to see come back because I know apparently they did it wrong, like not following. I think maybe some of the later stuff, like not following the manga.
Okay.
So I actually was like really liking that and enjoying it. So once it ended, and it felt that way when it ended, like this is kind of seeming rushed with what's happening, like something's off here. Then learning all that, like okay, and it kind of like how you were waiting for the Dark Continent arc. You know what I mean? With Hunter x Hunter,
Yeah.
they were getting ready to go do something similar, like go to another place in the world they haven't been with, where all this crazy stuff was happening. I'm like, let's go. We have the full beast. Like, let's go. None of that ever happened. So I'm like, I was enjoying that show. So I would love to see it get done correctly and have a continuation of where it left off at. So that's another one for me. Like those things really
Bro,
disappoint
if
me.
they did the Dark Continent arc, I could die happy. I swear. If
I
they
feel
did
sorry
it
for you.
and he was in like full strength, like no depression, Yu Yu Hakusho mode. Oh my goodness. I just finished reading Yu Yu Hakusho, by the way, and it's so cool how much stuff that he has and that influenced today. I wanted to go back and like one day go through each chapter and find how many tropes are copied from Yu Yu Hakusho that are common and shonen today. And people are like, "Oh, DBZ was a big influence. This was big." I'm like, they were, but people forget how much influence Yu Yu Hakusho had, especially the manga. Because rereading it, I saw a lot of stuff where I was like, "Oh, that was in Naruto. That was in this. That was in that." You know what I mean? That was in this, and that one came out early '90s. So
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Did we answer your question, Gabby?
Yes. One last thing that
Sure.
I want to mention about that
and
is
Ninja Kamui.
Ooh,
Continue.
yeah.
I just had to throw that in there.
No, that was a good one. That was a good. That was a good.
Could not skip without talking.
That was a good little lob at the last
Flag.
minute. Yeah, yeah.
Let's throw that in there.
Flag. I need an anime flag. Chopsticks.
We'll get you a fan. Pop.
Right.
Last comment.
That's what we're gonna do. We'll get a fan.
Boa Hancock fan.
But go ahead, Gabby. Go ahead.
Kind of going off what you said, Noah, about ones that, and send you too, starting but not finishing. There are a lot of, and I'm seeing it more and more each time with the new season was coming out. Those cute, good, nice rom-com type, or even just fluffy feeling animes. Like you have recently, like Fluffy Paradise, you have Sweet Reincarnation, those feel good ones that start off really sweet and nice. And then they sometimes can get a little political, but they do it in their own world. And you get one season out of them. And they get a lot of good hype, but then you'll never see them again. Campfire cooking. I loved campfire cooking. They should animate more. It'd be so easy. I would like to get into the story of that. I've read
in
it.
Another World.
Yep. I would love more
Oh,
campfire cooking, Fluffy Paradise, Sweet Reincarnation, some more continuations of things like Snow White with the red hair. They have 2 seasons. The manga is really good. Those romance ones that get 2 seasons and they don't finish their storyline. Like those kinds of things on the romance kind of end. sweet, cute stuff I would like to see more of. But I think it
No,
falls
man,
in the background because it doesn't get as much hype as the actions, which is unfortunate.
yeah.
Well, to be fair, that's
Mhm.
very true what you're saying. But
Yeah.
you at least get an oversaturation of cute every season. Like every season, there's
But
like
it's never as good.
I know
So
what
you
you
get
mean
that
though.
1 or
It's like you're
2,
always
and that's what
starting
I
and
want.
stopping. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm kinda tired of the starting and stopping ones every time, and that's why I'm considering dropping one of the romances from seasonal because I'm kinda done with it. It doesn't hit the itch I have for other ones
Um,
that I've seen that I don't want.
I got one of
Yeah.
those for myself too, Gabby, that we'll talk
Yeah.
about in a minute here. Yeah. But I do have a question I want to ask y'all before we move on to weekly.
I gotta grab the cat.
Cat.
Okay, well, Gabby.
Yeah.
We have this thing in anime where 3-man groups are a thing, right? For whatever reason. Like every show, every acting show, you have the 3-man group. So my question is, when it comes to the big three, not a new big three y'all are making about there. I'm talking about the OGs, the original big three. Who's the better team? Is it Team 7 with Naruto, Sakura, Sasuke? Is it the Monster Trio with Zoro, Luffy, and Sanji? Or is it the Bleach Boys with Chad, Ishida, and Ichigo?
I mean, I'm biased. I'm gonna say it's Zoro, Luffy,
That's what you're
Sanji.
gonna say?
Yeah,
That's
and
what you're
then
gonna say?
next I would pick Team 7 and then the Bleach trio.
So no.
Sorry, she was climbing on some stuff. I didn't want her to get hair on.
It's all good. Real question I had to ask both of you. I just asked it to Gabby. I'm gonna let her think her answer.
But no, my answer's
set. I'm pretty sure it's not set, but still, now that I know it's here, I'm gonna let you sit just for a second.
Oh no,
in
it's
anime,
set.
we have trio teams everywhere, especially in action animes. It's just a trope that's been a thing for years now. So my question is, outside of the original big three, not this new crap that people be trying to make up with this is they're in the big three.
Ain't no other threes.
We know that, but people like to do
no
that.
other threes.
Right.
I like the dark three because it's cute.
I agree.
The dark?
Other than that, the dark three is Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, Hell's Paradise.
And Hell's Paradise, yeah. That's the dark trio. Yeah.
Hell's Paradise is up there?
It's because it's like the MC. The MC's dark.
Yeah.
All three of the MCs got to kill somebody. Actually,
it's bloody.
Probably the lightest of them.
Yeah, it's bloody. It's violent.
I feel like Hell's Paradise isn't big enough to be up there with those two.
Heck yeah. It's one of Mappa's major productions. Not one of its big productions, but Hell's Paradise definitely. Yeah. But anyway, I didn't make up this term. It was a term that I saw thrown around online a good amount.
Yeah, but we can come back to that.
Popular darkly shown.
We can come back to that. But out of the big three, who is the best team? Is it Naruto Team 7 with Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura, the Monster Trio with Zoro, Luffy, and Sanji, or the Bleach Boys with Chad, Ishida, and Ichigo?
Okay, so first off, I think you eliminate Bleach just because, no offense, just because their efforts, their skill gap is so far. So it's like Ichigo is so much stronger than Ishida, Sato, who's one of the most wasted characters, and Orihime, whose powers didn't even unlock till episode 250.
I know.
So it's like
plus
I eliminate them.
Plus, I don't ever see them work as a team. They'll go out to do something together, but they'll all go off and do their thing. Yeah, I don't ever see them work
eliminate
as a team.
them. And as far as teamwork goes, for me personally, I say they're very similar because I don't know, but the thing is, Naruto's team has worked in like clear tandem a little bit more than like Sanji, Luffy, and Zoro specifically, you know?
True. I have a feeling though that when it comes to them, Luffy will stay on business. He's gonna go after who did something disrespectful to somebody that fed him and go to beat that ass. But the other two will pick up the slack around other things. Like, I'm gonna help these people out. They're being mistreated over here.
Plus, so Luffy might get distracted by some food on the way.
That too. But I think they know how to work.
Zoro and Sanji go to the next big threats after the big one. They take
care of problems. And they'll help out people in need at the same time too.
Yes.
Right. You know, like, because I like Naruto is above One Piece for me, But I say I like the trio of them three better for me. But I say if we're talking about what is a better team, Zoro and Sanji almost never work together unless it's like an M fight. You know what I mean? A lot of the times,
Or
Naruto,
unless
Sakura, and
unless somebody.
question.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of times, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura come into the fight as teamwork. Like that's team 7. You know what I'm saying?
The whole show is built around the team thing.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
It's like, so if I gotta go for team, especially if you showing that one, that's original, like pre-Shippuden. I gotta go for pre-Shippuden if I'm picking the best team. My favorite trio will be the 3 of the One Piece. But
I'm personally kind of leaning with you. I think it's close, honestly, between those two.
Yeah,
just because,
especially after the Wano fight, between, but they were separated. They weren't working together.
They were, but when they tried to violate the little girl in the town or whatever, Zoro and Sanji pulled up instantly. Like, nah, we're not doing. Like, when it comes to outside of their beef, if somebody around them is going to do something, they'll put all that to the side to save that person and help them out.
They will.
Yeah. So,
but I think it's like. Because like Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura will literally plan like 3 team jutsus. You know what I'm saying? Like combos based on their team. That's why I'm like, I feel like they're the better team. If you go for team, I just feel like Straw Hats are just, you know what I mean? Straw Hats. Naruto Sakura puts a big dampening on my trio.
She doesn't put one on mine. I'm sorry. I don't understand the hate. I understand it for Naruto.
Yes.
I get the pointless yada yada. After that, I don't.
I think it was a meme taken too far too.
Yeah,
honestly, because I'm not a big fan of Sakura, but I'm like, she was a necessary annoying character, and Kishi said he wanted her to be annoying, so she was necessary.
Without her, they would have lost the war. Period.
Literally.
Yeah. So,
but people get mad because they're like, she's the only one who didn't have a bloodline, but she picked up Tsunade's abilities. I'm like, no. If you remember, Tsunade's abilities required great chakra control, which required a really smart person. Sakura was always the smartest in class from the beginning of the show.
You're right.
The beginning of the show, she had top grades. So I was like, don't do that. She's always been a genius. She just didn't have a smart bloodline. I digress.
No, but I with this one, I'm in agreement. I think teamwork wise, yes, it goes to team 7. I think the Monster Trio is a close second. And I don't even think Bleach is in the running at all.
I love Bleach. I do.
Me too.
1,000 Year Blood War made my love for it infinitely grow.
But I don't see no teamwork
they
between
never
them.
have worked as a team.
Yeah.
No.
This intro fight where they brought the series back in that episode 1 and they fought all the hollows, that was more teamwork than they've done in the whole series.
I didn't even know people considered that a trio. I didn't think Bleach had a trio.
Hey, look,
well, it's kind of like a quadro if you add Orihime.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought.
But she's not as strong as them.
Doesn't mean she does anything.
Fighting trio.
While looking this up, I found many of trios, and this will not be the last time I bring this to y'all when it comes to these trios, because apparently,
I was gonna say
there's plenty out there. There's plenty. I just went with I went the big 3 for the first one. Like, you know what? Let me just throw this out there and just see.
Yeah. Well, so because when you first asked me the question, I thought it was just like best trio and team in general, of which obviously One Piece. But I do agree with y'all about the actual best team being Team 7. That does make sense if we're talking team.
You know what? We'll mark them down being the first pick, and eventually we'll go through different ones and see out of the winners who's the overall best team.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. So that was pretty good. Try a little something different. You know what I mean? Get the blood flowing. So weeklies. Yeah, weeklies. All right, there are some.
The new
one. Let's start with Daima. That was one of the first episodes that we watched this week. We haven't been able to, talk about. Noah, we watched Daima together. Did you watch Daima, Gabby?
What is Daima?
Dragon Ball Daima.
No, I don't watch Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, okay. So now I evicted her. Yeah, because she said something blasphemous. So
Get
out of here. How did she
I don't watch Dragon Ball Z. I watched it on Toonami, but I don't go out of my way to watch it unless I'm with friends.
Oh my gosh.
Toei goat.
It's great. I like Dragon Ball Z, but I don't watch it unless I'm with people that watch it.
Okay.
So add Dragon Ball Diamond to your list because we are definitely watching that every week. And it's only one episode so far. It'll probably be two by the time you get to it.
Don't overload her. She still needs to finish Jobless and watch Konosuba.
It's true.
You have a point.
Overload me. You know how slow I am.
We're waiting for her life to change when she sees Konosuba.
Oh my gosh.
You know Konosuba is life changing.
It is.
I've heard from you several times. Yes,
it is. It deserves the hype. It's that freaking entertaining and that freaking funny. I'm not gonna lie.
I wish there was 100 more episodes of that anime. I feel like they just keep making up shit.
That's definitely a comfort food anime. Like you can just throw it on in the background. It's just not even watching the screen and just be dying laughing because you already know what's happening. It's one of those good ones like that. But back to the point. Diamond, Noah, what were your thoughts on the first episode?
It was cool. It was all right. Gotta wait and see what happens for real. There wasn't much to watch. There was to look at. There was some 3D. Yeah, Toei loves using 3D now, so there is some 3D on Shinron, which I don't think I've ever seen. It's strange to see.
He was all 3D. Shinron. Yeah,
and yeah, he at least is just a still floating dragon that's kind of like no animation and just like, what's your wish?
Yeah.
But we got episode 2 coming up this week, and yeah, it started out with a bunch of flashbacks, and then who was it? An evil villain heard about them. I can't remember what he was, but he found out that he can't kill them. So, well, he didn't find that out, but he knew he couldn't kill them in a fight. So he was like, why don't I just wish for them to become kids, and that'll greatly reduce their power. This apparently was Kira Toriyama's last work, rest his soul.
Yes.
But I don't know what that plot line was. We're going to find out.
I'm not mad at the way it was unfolding with that, like seeing them watching it, like the Demon World watching it from the perspective of the tournament arc and seeing kind of like just figuring out what happened during that time. I wasn't mad at that. Now it is kind of funny. You know what? We're going to turn them into kids so we don't have to worry about them in the future since we can't kill them because Shinron is light magic and we're dark magic or whatever, however they explain.
Well, the thing is, they could have tried. I don't think they know how the Dragon Balls work. So they could have tried to wish that he dies or that they kill them. But if we know Shinron's going to be like, they're stronger than me, I can't kill them. You know what I'm saying? So that wouldn't have worked. So obviously he couldn't even wish for that. So I don't know.
But
we'll see what happens. I saw from the trailers there's some cool action scenes later. So
no, I believe the action will be on point. It was my main concern, I think, like a lot of people's, was just why are we shrinking them into babies? Like, what's happening with this? So seeing the angle they're taking, I'm not mad at it. I want to see where it goes and how it plays out. So I'm hoping for the best.
21 episodes, so.
Oh, yeah, so cool. Yeah, that'll be nice.
Yeah, and there's going to be no delays.
Okay, let us get to the elephant in the room. What did you call it last week? PNG lock or something like that.
Slideshow lock.
Slideshow lock.
The show where they're hold on. I'll show you slideshow lock animation.
Literally, that's what it is. Literally.
I watched it.
Okay.
I'm caught up now. I agree. We're watching a PowerPoint.
I didn't think it could get worse.
PowerPoint.
Like,
oh no, I got.
I
didn't think it could get worse. We made fun of it in season 1, but it was watchable.
I was so lost watching this. I thought I was tripping balls at what I was watching. I'm like,
I thought my Crunchyroll was stuttering.
Like I'm watching it. And I'm like, has it been this bad the whole time, and I just haven't been paying attention?
No.
And then at the end, when Noah and everybody was like, "Oh no, that was just crazy. That was bad." I was like, "Okay, so it wasn't just me."
That backwards kick. No. What they would do is, if it was motion, it will be Cheddar Bob 3D. By the way, that's what I call 3D. Me and Benny. So Cheddar Bob 3D, and they would be running. You know what I mean? That have that horrible, insane top view, but they'd give it to you at least. So it's like, okay, we're looking at some movement. Now it's just like they're just.
That was all slideshows. That's all that was. That was. But like,
literally it.
Like what was happening in the show wasn't bad. It's just the visual presentation was horrible.
It was
absolutely
Lock. Blue Lock is one of the biggest scams in the anime industry right now. The anime is. I'm sorry.
They are let down.
They are earning.
Far
It's not
too
though
much.
because some people like it. Like that's the thing. People like the story so much
It
and
is.
the character designs and stuff like that that they're willing to like just not care and not really complain and just meme it. And I'm like, I mean, but it's not completely because some people I know on Twitter that I see, they're just like fans of the manga. They don't even watch the anime because
Mhm.
I can imagine if you've read the manga first and
And
you
then
go to
you
the
watch
anime, you'd
that.
be
Yeah.
pissed.
Yeah.
So, and I
They
know
probably
some
dropped it
people who
immediately.
yeah. I know some people who just didn't like it because it was like slideshowy and extra edgy, which it is. But I mean, I think they know they spending pennies on this joint and are making millions. They scamming the hell out of everyone.
Yeah. It's if it wasn't for, I think people would completely drop this thing 1000% if it wasn't for the characters in the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it would be dropped instantly if it wasn't for that.
Yeah. Now here's the question to follow up on that. I know we threw this out there when we were watching. I've seen people make the same thing online. Do we think that the animation gets better? I'm not gonna say like, Mappa Jujutsu Kaisen quality, nothing like that. Like, does it get better though? We don't see this when it's them versus the U20. When we get to that point.
So far, I can't see why it would get better because they've made enough money. They made a movie. They've they have a season 2. They had the #1 selling manga in the whole world for the year. There's no reason it shouldn't be better right now. Like there's literally no reason. So that's like I don't know. That's like a homeless person won the lottery a year ago. He's still sleeping on the street. It doesn't make sense. So other than that, I can't say why it would get better.
Mm-hmm.
All the way through. And I also know they're saving a buttload of money and making a whole lot of money. So
Oh, they got to after that animation. They didn't spend nothing on that last week. They had a college intern do that for them.
It
that's
would
why
be
I'm
nice
like,
if it got better, but it
yeah.
probably won't.
I mean, usually I predicted it would get better in season 2, and I predicted the movie would be better. But then as we got closer, I was just for some reason I had a vibe. I was like, you know what? We're gonna go in this movie and it's gonna be 3D still. And then we got in
It was
there.
copy and paste from the show. Yeah, nothing extra. It was copy and paste from the show.
Literally no extra.
And then season 2, it gets worse.
Season 2 is definitely worse in the movie department.
Yeah, terrible, absolutely terrible. So,
but I'm slightly enjoying it. So
yeah,
I'm still enjoying the story.
Yeah, I'm sticking with it. But if it keeps looking like this, I'm gonna talk shit about it every week.
Yeah,
yeah. It is what it is. Gabby, you had mentioned some stuff that you were watching that you decided to drop. What about those?
365 Days to Marriage. I think I'm gonna drop it.
I'm actually in the same boat as you.
Drop it.
I'm in the same.
It's not.
It's
not pulling me in. It's not interesting. It's bland. I was looking at YouTube Shorts more than I was looking at the Crunchyroll screen.
I think what it is for me, Gab, I've given it 3 episodes. And it's pretty much exactly what it's saying. Like, I like the idea and the concept of it. I think their execution of it is just not, it's missing. Like, it's not as funny as I feel like it needs to be for something like that. And the level of drama that they have aren't enough to keep me intrigued and watching.
No.
Like, and I wander off and do other things at the time that it's on. Yeah. Like,
it's not. And I don't want to say this to say that there shouldn't be characters like this, but I feel like it's because they have 2 main characters that are both so shy, so withdrawn, so in themselves. There are other, not to say that all the characteristics always have to be so like pronounced or everything, but I think even if one of the characters was just a little more energetic, I would have something different. Their personalities are too similar, which is fine. And you could do that in a good way, but it's just not working out for this anime.
No, the drama surrounding them, it's not landing.
No, it's not.
Yeah. And I really wanted to like
watch. Drop them all.
Drop them all.
Drop them all. Drop them all. Watch One Piece. Let's move on. No, I'm just joking. But I'm in the mood right now. Go ahead.
No, so while she stepped off, go ahead. No, like continue.
Drop One Piece.
I'm in the mood right now to where I see an anime and I know it'll have an interesting story, but I'm just like right now,
I don't have the time for it right now. Yeah.
Not even I have the time for it. It's just there's some other stuff that I want to catch up on that I keep pushing back because anime is so good right now that there's always something new. And I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna just skip a couple of the isekais that I know won't be hot. And then if they get a season 2 and I remember them, then I'm gonna go back and watch season 1. But like from now, I'm like, if it's not peak animation or peak story from like episode 1, then I'm like, this season I'm good. Cause of course we got so many weeklies and I'm watching a couple real shows right now. But anyways, I watched a new one called The Most Notorious Talker.
I haven't started yet. Gabby mentioned
the world's greatest
I'm caught up.
This shit is crazy.
Okay, I need to watch that ASAP. Okay.
This man sells his whole party to slavery in the second episode. You like this main character?
What? I love him. He's crazy as hell. His eyes are insane. This power scaling is fun. I love the different powers that these people have and the different classes. Like the talker, that's so cool. Yeah, and I love when a support role becomes main because I always play support characters in video games. I just love support roles. Right. And so him with the buffing and the commands, I'm just like, let's go. He's crazy. He's insane. I'm here for it.
Hey, Noah, do you see how excited she is about this anime? Like,
I love it.
I need to watch this
and be like, damn, you evil. Recently, it's like just over the last like 3 years, light novel and manga writers have just realized like, okay, we have enough strong MCs. We're gonna try and find what MC people love that doesn't really attack himself. And it's like now they try and figure out how can we make someone strong without making them attack, whether they're a healer or a buffer or aristocrat that builds a party and doesn't do anything. Like that's the new like thing. They're trying to find a different type of. But anyways, this man, little bit of a spoiler, but it's kind of the main plot, so it's not. Basically, he gets in a party, plans to start a clan. His grandfather dies in the first episode. His grandfather is the strongest seeker, which are like monster hunters, in short, called the Overdeath. So his grandfather dies protecting him. Long story short, he says, I need you to become the strongest seeker ever. So he says, okay, I will. But he's not as strong as his dad, his grandfather. He's a talker. He can buff you by saying, you know what I mean? Power up, la, la, la. He's like a cleric, basically.
He's the weakest class, technically.
Yeah, they have no combat power, but they can talk. But he learned some combat power because he's a little demon.
Right.
So then fast forward, he gets a party. They're all going out. They've saved up about 12 million, but you need 20 million to start a guild. So he's like, yo, let's just throw this together and start a clan. A clan. And they're like, yo, we don't have enough experience. He's like, guys, we'll be newbies forever if we don't just take the next step. And they're like, okay, well, screw it. We'll do it after some convincing. He's like, I'll pay the rest of the 8 mil. Y'all just use all of our 12 mil together. So he's like, I'll just be the leader. So then when they go to do it the next day, they're like, we'll meet up tomorrow to do it. The next day, 2 of the members, a girl and a guy, run off. And you find out that they've been gambling his money that they were supposed to be keeping the 12 million. So instead of, going down to kill them, he wants to get back at them worse. So this man calls a slaver, brings them over, and sells them mofos to slavery, bro. Instead. And then they were like, you crazy? Like, blah, blah, blah. The girl had a crush on him. And he was like, are you crazy? Like, this and that. This isn't that deep. Like, this. And then he's like, bro, I can send you to the police. He's like, it's illegal what you're doing. That's 10 years hard labor. But he said, or you could hope you get a nice master.
Oh, diabolical.
Yeah, bro.
I think the slaver has like oh god, whose voice actor is that?
It's Dio's voice actor, Roswell.
Yes. Roswell, yes, that's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, he is Roswell's voice actor too. So I'm just like, Roswell. I know you're crazy.
Yes, and he does that voice actor well. So that one is really interesting, and it was one of the ones where it had piss poor animation at the start. And I was like, okay, let me lock in because it was rated real high and just see. And then it turned out to be good. So
it gets better. The animation I think gets better.
Yeah, it did. It's pretty decent. It's just the monsters look like literal blobs. That's what turned me off to it when it first came out. Because I was like, these monster designs are horrible. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna watch this because it might be good, but then it's good. It's just good because it's a revenge story.
Is where they focus on. And I
Yeah.
like the character
Okay.
designs. All of them are very unique. So
Yeah.
definitely go watch it.
Let me see. I watched Mile 2099. What's that? Devil Lord 2099. I watched the second
Yeah.
episode. They got one
Yeah.
more in me before I probably drop this.
What? That Jones couldn't good.
I like the look of it and everything. It's just where
The
it's.
animation is top notch.
Oh, it is. It is, and that doesn't change. It still keeps that top notch. But at the end of the episode, when he decides he's gonna be a YouTube personality and star,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, but I don't need to watch this right now. If this is the way we're going with this, I can watch this another time. Because
They've
he's
tried a
trying to figure
couple
out.
times with streamer anime and none of them have hit. And I'm
Yeah,
like, a streamer is a streamer. I don't need to see his freaking life.
yeah, like
Streamer anime only works if it's a hentai.
that. I did watch Mecha Uday,
True.
the last two episodes.
Oh yeah, fire, right?
It's
Oh my god.
I'm more interested now. It still gives me heavy trigger vibes with just the character designs and the look of it and the action. But I'm more interested now than I was after the first episode. Seeing some new characters and abilities and stuff like that. Like, okay, I'm kind of seeing where y'all taking this. I can rock with this one. So I think I'm gonna keep up with
I'm
that
already rooting for my sweet baby underdog, Hikaru. He needs to get more power. They cannot talk about him like this.
He do need to step his weight up. He does.
He's
He absolutely does.
just for this world. And Alma loves him too much.
Yes. But that was
I
turned
love
out to be more fun.
Bleach has been going crazy. Bleach was great.
Yes, it was.
Oh yeah.
Bleach is
Fantastic.
just
Yakuza Fiance, both first episodes were fire.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire. I can't wait for the next one. I
Me
actually
neither.
think the next one just dropped.
Hey,
Susan, I see episode 3.
I meant to watch Ramna, the second episode today. I'll probably watch that tomorrow at work and let you all know next week. Because I so want to watch it.
Yeah.
Gabby, if you like Yakuza Fiance, you should also check out. I was telling Lo, well, I think Lo finished it, but you should also check out The Fable on Hulu. I think you'll like that one.
I got 3 episodes left, and I have them on my phone. I'm watching them at work.
Did you see the grenade? Did you see the grenade scene?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
Where
wait
is
till
it
you see
on?
the grenade
Okay.
scene. It's on the Hulu.
Also,
It's
no,
called The
okay,
Fable.
Yeah.
It's at 24 episodes.
Okay.
I'm saying if you don't like it on the first episode, just keep going. It gets really good.
It doesn't
by
have the
episode 5.
best animation, but the story and everything is good, really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really good.
One that I know I watched, I'm not sure if you guys were watching, Nina the Starry Bride. I know
have not
that's
started
kind
yet.
of like romance-ish kind of thing. This was one that I had considered dropping after the first episode or so.
Okay.
Wasn't really catching me, but then I watched the second episode recently and it took me back in. So I'm interested to see what season 3 gives me. Season 3.
Nina the Starry Bride, right?
Yeah. I was gonna see what episode 3 gives me. It looks like it just released, so maybe I'll watch it tonight. But I liked the emotional connections that happened in episode 2. So I'm hoping they kind of keep this character development and everything going. Because if they do, then I'll keep it on. But it's on the cusp of being dropped if we don't see anything else in the next 2 episodes.
Okay.
I enjoyed the second episode a lot.
I watched the last 2 episodes of Blue Box today.
Oh yeah, I watched all of that last night, so I am caught up with Blue Box.
I'm into it. I'm into it. I was into it the first episode, like wondering how everything, like what was the plot line and all that kind of stuff. I know I'm into it because I'm getting frustrated watching it in a good way. Not like this is bad, like Blue Lock was this past week, but more so like I'm getting frustrated with the characters and especially the main character. Like, dude, get out of your head. She's clear that she likes you. Stop it. And I find myself like how we used to watch Rent a Girlfriend. Noah. Like I'm yelling at the screen, kind of like watching this now. Like, okay.
Yeah, but he's not as stupid as the
MC. Yeah.
But the thing is, he needs to play the long game. If he really likes her, he's got to play the long game. And a lot of us have been in this position to where you know that she knows you like her. Because she knows. And you know she knows. But right now, she hasn't pushed it away. So it's not a no. But she's caught up in some other stuff. So you're
He
going
got
to
to
be
get out of his
around for a
head.
while. She literally lives
Yes.
in your house. Once
Right.
she graduates, she's still going to live there. You know what I'm saying? Especially if she joins the Japanese team or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Yep.
you know what I mean? You got to play the long game. That's all you got to do. And then right before, if she goes off to move off to college or something, ask her to be your girlfriend. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
we'll see.
it has me so far. So
All the characters are likable. I like his best friend with the pink hair.
Yes. Oh
I
my
forget
god.
her
I
oh
like
name.
yeah,
the
like
pairing of
Chisu or
everything.
something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, she's cool. She's
She
cool.
reminds me of Yanami from Losing Too Many Heroines.
Yeah. Yes, she does.
Okay, is there any other weekly that we need to bring up before we talk about My Hero and whatever you wanted to talk about last week, Noah?
Kensen episode 2 was heat. It
Yes.
continues to be heat. They giving it the best treatment. That was fire. I can't wait for
ReZero.
episode 3.
We gotta talk.
ReZero episode 3 was
Fire.
amazing.
It was
Continues
so
to be
They
amazing.
don't miss. Yeah,
Oh
ReZero
my
just
goodness.
and Kenshin
Mhm.
has not missed so far. I even think Kenshin so far with these few episodes have already shown like they've stepped it up past the last season. So
Yeah. ReZero was great. Such a good episode. And
My
at
baby
the end,
daughter.
we saw a new character. We saw her teeth, and they already showed her character design a while ago.
Yep.
I've never seen this character, but I think she's mentioned a little bit from what I've read, but I can't say if I remember for sure. I remember her name. That's why I think that. And I've seen some very wish I shouldn't have seen tweets about this character
Gotcha.
online.
Gotcha.
Oh
So far.
no.
It
The
is
ReZero community is going down bad with this character.
Oof.
Oh.
Are you still messed up about the theory from last week, Gabby? About Fortuna?
Oh, about Mother Fortuna?
Yeah.
I believe it, especially since we got the confirmation of okay that yeah. I need something that confirms her identity now. I
Okay.
need something that confirms her identity. We've confirmed the relationship, and honestly, I believe it. But I need this little extra push to go like, oh my god, I need something else from her.
I feel like we're all gonna be glued in looking for whatever clue or something, just a gem to get dropped to say we called this. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. So I'm looking
told
forward.
Amelia, she's like, you took everything from me. Amelia's like, I don't even know who you are.
The memes have been great with that.
Yeah, they have.
I
Endless
love
memes.
Amelia for all of these.
Yes.
Oh yes.
What else? I'm almost caught up on Seven Deadly Sins, but Don episode 2 was also amazing.
It was.
That was definitely probably my favorite episode
Weird
of the
show,
week.
but it apparently that's Don. So
yeah, they're doing it right. I gotta finish Oshinoko. I haven't.
I have, and like I said, those last 3 episodes of season 2 of Oshinoko, yeah, they did enough to have me super excited. Like how just that once they get out to play, they go back into the main story of trying to figure things out.
That's what I told you. Remember, I told you the play drags, and once it's over, they get right
those last 3
it.
episodes, like were up there, like with just
honestly, you could skip the play and just watch those episodes.
Yeah, what they were found
now
out.
You kind of need to play because
what was dropped on us
with him
because it sets up the sister for the next season. And we see she's on the cover of season 3, like the folks are her. It sets her up for the next season and how they do it. I'm like, yeah, let's go.
What sister?
His
sister,
the blonde, his sister.
Oh, you mean
the one that wants to be the pop idol and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, because she's like leading forward. She's like the main focus of the story.
Yeah. Well, they put that into motion with the end of season 2.
Because if you remember, they both have goals. Aqua's goal is revenge, so much so that he's not even trying to do romance. And her goal is her goal right now is to like live the life that she thinks that her mom would have wanted her to live and stuff like that. And so if you've seen the end of season 2, I'm assuming you've seen her new goal, which is now.
That's where I'm at now. Yeah, her goal has changed completely.
Which I haven't seen it yet, but I know now her goal changes to revenge. So now her and Aqua both have revenge, but neither of them know who each other are. Well, Aqua knows who she is.
Right.
So
yeah,
going from here is just juicy episodes.
I say go watch those like last 3 episodes of the season, just just to get acclimated or whatever. But good episodes. Those last 3 episodes.
I'm just excited for the chaos that season 3 will bring.
Oh, and the Aristocrat, that one has been so good this season. He gets married.
One.
Yeah, you mentioned last week.
Started it? Oh yeah,
I started it. Yeah,
I just grabbed it so I can start it as well. So
right, you liking it?
I haven't started yet. I did grab them. So
okay,
I'm liking it so far. I'm only like 3 episodes in, but I really like it.
I'm gonna start chipping at it this week.
After like 4 or 5, he starts to really get his crew together. But yeah, he grows up and he gets married. And season 2, his wife just holds it down. She's just, you know what I mean? She just holds it down. She holds it down almost too much. I almost think she might be evil. How much she holds it down. I'm like, she's almost too perfect. I'm like, sis, she might have some plans beneath,
I'm gonna start that one tomorrow.
Yeah, that one's honestly a really good concept. It could have a tad better animation, but it's a good concept. So I've been enjoying it. Is that all? What other weeklies did we watch? Oh, Dan Machi.
Dan Machi's good.
You're muted.
We watched that this week.
Yeah, we watched Dan Machi on the weeklies.
That's when he was doing he was on the date with Self or whatever. Yeah. Trying to act all like they wanted him to act around her and all that kind of stuff. And yeah. Good,
and then we saw stupid ass again.
good heartfelt little episode. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't mad at it. It was funny. It was entertaining.
I watched you and Miss Servant when you were saying last week about the next episodes. I can see it getting a little dry. I need to see what they're gonna do. I'm gonna give it at least 1 or 2 more episodes because there were still parts I liked in it and thought were cute, and I just really like the characters. So I'm probably gonna get it halfway and then see what. But others, I'll Become the Villainess, Do Over Damsel, love my little isekai, not isekais, reincarnation animes. They're perfect. They're just what I need. Healer, Banished. I like that one a lot. Not as much as Talker, but definitely right below it. Close second in that category. So I'm still gonna keep watching the Banished Healer.
Okay, awesome. Banished Healer. I might need to check out the first
couple episodes. Or the healer who was banished from his party.
Yeah, I watched episode 1 of that one.
All right.
I like it a lot. Good characters.
All right. So before we shut down and get out of here, Noah, once again, now that I'm caught up with My Hero from last, that it's over, what was it you want to discuss about My Hero last week?
Oh, well, now that you caught up, all right, y'all, spoiler alert. You got 5 seconds to mute. You got 5 seconds to get out of here. Because 4, 3, 2, 1. Toga dead.
Yeah, she did.
That bit dead.
Yeah, she did.
Okay, so her death in the manga was so drawn out. It was actually, and probably because I was reading it weekly too, I was literally like, at first I was like, this is cute. The
weeklies didn't help.
No, it didn't. I was like, her character power is kind of okay. Her character is kind of okay. You know what I mean? I don't really like, I think her character design is cool, but I think that's what sells her. I don't really like vibe with her character as much. But then when they started to do her conclusion, I was like, that's cool. It gives Uraraka some actual purpose because we thought she was the traitor for a while in the manga. And we know she's doing this for money for her parents.
Yeah.
So before we knew who the traitor was, who you know who it is now that you've seen season 4.
Yeah.
Who I was expecting. Which you shouldn't be upset at him. I saw you say he was a bitch.
But he was manipulated. No, here's the thing. I said that in the moment it was revealed.
I knew you did. That's why I didn't say nothing. Because I was like, he's got to see the background as to why he did it.
Yeah. And then I was still mad at him for doing it because I thought he could have went about it in other ways and not be a mole. I thought like you could have reached out to any one of your classmates after all that time being together. You could have reached out to any one of the teachers in the school, left a note at your desk when you walked away something just as somebody.
All for One had his parents and you gotta remember this kid
I know.
is 16.
I
He's
know.
16.
That's why I say like
so
you could have done something like leave a piece of trash there, something like that would like
he's
help.
scared. All Might got 46 different powers. I mean, All for One got 46 different powers. He don't know if he's got an eyeball in his. Have you seen All for One?
I know, but I'm saying
that nigga's crazy, and he's almost a baby now.
I felt like he could have done more to try to get out of that situation. That's instead of just caving 100%. I think it came a time where you were so close with your classmates and so close with your teachers, you could have tried at least to alert somebody.
Close to them was for his mission. That's why half of it was fake. It was like like a Naruto situation where half of it was fake, and then at the end he started to actually feel for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but when you got these positive ass classmates around you that you know you can count on, like.
But you're looking at it from the anime perspective, not that I'm there in real life. In real life, somebody's not happy and positive 100% of the time. There's ups and downs.
I'm looking at it from what I know, from what I've been shown. That's what I'm looking at.
We're really gonna call Bakugo positive. I love him to death.
More now than he was at the beginning. He's still angry about it all. Fair. He's still angry about everything. But
trust me, I love myself, my angry Pomeranian boy.
Also, you saw Bakugo die.
I didn't see him die.
You saw him die.
Up again.
I didn't see him die. Put like this. He might have saw the light real quick, but I don't think he's dead.
That nigga dead.
I don't think he did. He gonna come back.
Heart stopped beating. What's his name? Gene is going into his body to restart his heart.
And so is the folding dude. I can't think of his name. So is he.
Yeah.
I don't think.
You mean the folded? That's Genus. Yeah.
No, that's not Genus. No, Genus has the threads or whatever. The ninja dude that can keep folding or whatever. He's the one in there. Like I think they're trying to resuscitate him. I'm not writing him off.
Even if he comes back to life right now, the nigga dead.
He's dead.
You'd be like, if he was in a hospital, he'd be pronounced dead. And then they restart his heart, and then it's like, okay, he was dead for 17. That's how they write hospital bills. Like, you were dead for 17 seconds type stuff.
Well, until that happens, I will write that off in that way. For right now, I'm saying he's not dead yet because they've not stopped working on him to get him back.
Heart stop beating.
Trust me, I cried.
He's doing CPR. Huh? I didn't cry because I didn't think he was dead.
He'd still be dead. I didn't have someone from CPR.
As a lifeguard of many years, you remember if your heart stops beating for several minutes, you are dead, my sir.
and look, ain't no CPR. I'm not about this. I'm not writing this out as a final death. I don't think it's a final end death.
What I'm saying. I agree with you there. I'm not saying he's dead, or I'm saying right now his heart is stopped.
Right now, his heart is stopped and being worked on. That's what I'll say.
But he's still dead.
We're going to go around.
It is stopped and somebody's using CPR on him right now. So
you can't right revive someone who's not breathing. Dead. You can't revive someone who's not dead. So
exactly.
Exactly.
You can't revive someone who's not dead.
Put your pinky down.
He put his pinky up. But anyways, that's really cool. It was too much CG with Shigaraki.
I see what you're talking about with the whole arm thing. Like,
I knew it was coming when I read it. I was like, there's no way they animate this unless they're going to put in work. And I know that studio wasn't going to put in work past, like, they've never put in work past, like,
I think because
just really good basic animation.
Because I think you giving me the heads up with the CG, I wasn't as mad watching it. You know what I mean? Because I knew it was coming at some point.
Bad.
I wasn't mad watching it. Yeah. Especially for what it is they were doing. I was like, okay, like I'm not. Yeah.
Bro, the way they had him set up, they turned Yue into a base. They had
that
the
was
dude
cool.
outside cancels your quirk, because Aizawa's quirk didn't work because they used the serum on him. So he had to steal his quirk and then put the water in his eyes so he didn't blink.
Phantom Thief was hilarious in all of those moments. He had me dying laughing in here because he was in his little maniacal bag, being able to do all that stuff and help everybody. That was kind of cool. Yep. But no, I thoroughly enjoyed that season. Everything that had to do with Dobby and his family, I loved every second of it. Dobby was going off, but everything with Endeavor and Shoto.
I was super mad about Dobby. Did you watch it, Gabby?
Yeah.
The part they skipped was that really makes Endeavor. By the time My Hero is over, in my opinion, like the top characters are like All for One, Endeavor, and like it's hard to juggle the third. but that juggled between my favorite and which one was the best between like Todoroki and like Deku and stuff like that. But Endeavor for me is top 3 characters by the time the series is over for me personally.
Yeah.
And I think at first I hated him. But once they break down the story and once you get into his backstory, one of the things that he did was he would try and train Toga to be strong with his ability. And then he realized it was burning him and he kept getting mad. So he would push him and then it would burn him. But the kid didn't care because he just wanted to be like his dad. So then he would go off in secret and do it and kept hurting himself, coming back hurt. They didn't show that. So then one day he goes out into the forest, and Gabby, you probably remember this, and then he starts the fire and it burns down the whole forest. That's the situation that happened.
Right.
Yeah.
And Endeavor told him one more time, like, don't use your powers. And he was like crying and he's like, you can't use your powers. Unfortunately, it's just not going to work. But he told a kid that whose dream was to be a superhero. So the kid went out into the woods and used it. So that story was really deep. And I was like,
and it gets, like I said,
it got killed Shigaraki as a villain, in my opinion.
Yeah, like it got better in this season as well. Like I said, the more it got in, like we got more detail into their family background, their family history, like his mother coming out on the field, and I'm like, oh my god,
the jet,
great.
The jet when he had the jet, I was
like, hey, I'm sorry, and she is
crazy.
How they did that together? Yeah, he putting the shield, the jet around or whatever to cool him off and heat him up at the same time.
He's going Mach speed.
That was in him making there just in time to cancel that all out was crisp and so good.
Yeah. So
that
was crazy. So that part I thought was good. I just thought I was just upset they skipped that part because I was watching with Benny and he was like, and I was like, I can feel he's not really picking up how much Endeavor's character has changed. Because if you have like a strong hatred for Endeavor, but I'm saying like some people may because they're not one way or the other. They just hate him because he's presented as to be hated. But if you have a strong hatred for the character and then they're not showing all the details, you might have a bias towards that, which is why I was upset that they didn't present that.
I personally felt like
they wouldn't present it.
I don't get
it.
Like it was such a big deal in the manga.
Why would they not show it?
With what they showed, I felt like they did.
Such a big deal.
Personally.
It was like that's what made me love. I always said that Dabi to me was cooler than Shigaraki, and then after that, I was like, "Oh, Dabi clear Shigaraki." After the backstory,
for sure.
I was like,
Dabi has a better backstory.
He does. The whole thing is like, to me, Shigaraki just a baby. Like you killed your family, that sucks. So what? That was literally your fault, and it was an accident. And then he'd be like, "Heroes will save random people before they'll save their family." I'm like, Endeavor, you got any others? Like you literally use Endeavor as your
it's funny you say that, Noah, because when they were fighting him and Deku wasn't there yet, they were channeling in on him as a child inside himself. And that's what was throwing him off and letting them able to get those attacks in and was throwing them off. So there is something to do with him, the trauma as a child type of thing or whatever. But yeah, Dabi just
trauma, get over it.
Yeah, like, Dabi well, you did kill your family, so
I mean, I get that, but that's not enough hatred to blow up the world. Like, come on. What Dabi
did from point A to point B.
Dabi to me had everybody. Dabi would have been a better vessel than Shigaraki because he had real hatred. I'm like, Shigaraki was just being a baby. In my opinion, Dabi had a real reason to be mad. His dad was out there being a symbol of something he hated. And he was waiting years undercover to, you know what I'm saying? That seems like a vessel of hatred to me.
Dabi was going off that whole time, just raising that heat level. He looked beautiful too. The animation on him, like he looked crazy good. Crazy good. Yeah.
The whole family coming out was so cool.
It was. That end to that fight was.
Yeah, I told you. I was like, that's when I told you. I put in the message. I was like, they just had a couple episodes that were as good as season 1 All Might versus the Nomu. No, those episodes was up there.
Everything this season with that family was peak. Everything with that season was so good.
They had a little down season before, but I told you, man, once they get to this war, it's pretty good all the way through until you get to the ending.
Yeah.
But Toga's thing, before we go, was super stretched out in the manga, and the anime didn't feel as stretched out. It still felt a little stretched out, but in the manga felt really stretched out. And her conclusion ended up being pretty good, like 7.5 out of 10.
It was. It wasn't how I thought. Well, I didn't know how it was going to go down. I didn't expect for it to go down.
Raraka was putting in work.
She was.
Yes.
She was. Even when she was just trying to talk to her and get her to, like, it's okay, girl. I got you. You know what I mean? It's okay. Go ahead and stab me. Go whatever you got to do. I got you.
I appreciate the way everything happened, but I never expected, honestly, any of that to happen. That storyline was something I didn't expect when they started. I was like, oh yeah, a little tit and tat.
Yeah.
And then it evolved into this. I'm like,
they
okay,
like the same boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, it wasn't about that.
No, it got deeper. Yeah. It got a lot deeper. It came to be about them. You know what I'm saying, at the end, which was
like
really
Toga's
cool.
backstory is cool. I just don't think it should have involved the rest of them so much. But her backstory is cool because
I felt bad for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like she had no control over her power.
Exactly.
And her parents neglected her right away when they could have been like, hey, UA, we got this crazy kid. Can you help us a little bit? You know what I'm saying?
She likes to drink blood. Like, that's her thing. Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right. Like,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Simple as that. And they just threw it to the side because they were freaked out by her.
Yep.
And rejected her. Yeah. Good stuff. Real good stuff.
Yep.
All right. Let's wrap this up. Get out of here because we have things to do, things to watch. Animes that just released. I have wrestling to watch because, yes, it is a Monday night. And it's a little bit of editing. Yes, games to play. So just to let y'all know, Lotus Snacks Movie Club. Next week, Monday, 8 a.m., we are doing Van Helsing, the one with Hugh Jackman. I can't remember what year it came out, but we're doing that together. So look out for that.
Monday an episode at 8 a.m.?
No, that is 8 p.m. I said that wrong.
I was like, bro, who in the world is getting up at Monday on the 8 a.m. watching Van Helsing?
We're crazy over here. We want to talk about movies.
I'm like, that's not fun. I won't be there.
No, that's 8. That is 8 p.m. next Monday. Yes. We're doing Van Helsing for the month. I believe a new episode of our wrestling podcast, The Finisher, should be up by the time you see this. If not, send a message to Jokes, and he can answer you where it is. And other than that, we have Extra Life the first weekend of November, doing things for a good cause, playing games for 24 hours to raise money for a good cause. So we'll be putting out our games we'll be playing probably next week. So you all will know what our schedule is looking like for those play dates. But other than that, Lotus Snacks Weekly, every Tuesday, 8:30, all socials, check it out. And we'll see you Thursday in the Discord for Thriller Park. And if not, we will see you right here next week to talk to you guys about some more anime. So until then, we will catch you later. We're out. Deuces.
Bye.
Loading snacks.